Hey, 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 Fit Mama. Jen Oliver here, your host of the Fit Mama podcast. This is the work in to your workout. Hey, Fit Mama, and welcome to episode 27. Why meditate? This is one of the questions I personally get asked a lot because we know that meditation is one of the 7 pillars of the FitMama Foundations. And I'm going to go in today to why that is for me personally, the reason I personally meditate, not only that, but also the science behind meditation. Why do I recommend meditation as a tool? And how meditation can simply be added into your life, why it's not so scary as it may be. It is one of the things I choose to do on a daily basis, and most often I wake up in the morning and do it, especially when I'm traveling or when things are hectic. Often the self-care habits that we require to do the most often go out the window when things get hectic. So meditation allows you to add it in an effortless way. Effortless. I mean, I can choose to get up early in the morning, and when I don't feel like doing much of anything else, except maybe drinking a coffee, I know that meditation allows me to become centered, allows me to feel calm, and it does a better job than pretty much anything else. Working out is a close second. I love a good sweat, but there's something so calming about meditation, and it has such an ease and flow about it that it just feels good. And I know that when I sit on my meditation cushion or sit up in bed, depending on the situation, if I spend some time breathing and connecting with the core of me and my heart space and all the good things that meditation brings, it is a very good start to the day. So I have incorporated meditation personally for many years now. It was over 8 years ago that I went on a meditation retreat where I technically feel like I learned how to meditate for long periods of time. Prior to that, I had been meditating for about 5 years maybe, and maybe a little bit less than that. So it's probably about 10, between 10 and 12 years that I've been meditating regularly now. And why I started adding meditation into my life and why I started doing meditation and reading about it and learning about it, understanding what it was actually not because I had a personal opinion that I wanted to meditate. It was really the fact that I stumbled upon the research around meditation and all the mind-body benefits when I was researching things like how to live an optimal life, how to be healthy, how to help people out of misery or low affect or negative feelings or all the things that I really love to do. I was so into exercise and health and psychology and nutrition and all those good things. And it's interesting how all that led me right to the research around meditation. And it is really important to see this, that it really got in a little bit deeper. It went deeper than the nutrition and the fitness. The meditation allowed for a deep, deep, deep core look at the values that I lived by and at the belief systems that were at the core of me and that influenced the behaviors that I personally engaged in and in the behaviors of those who I trained, coached, and taught. And I realized that I wasn't interested actually in attaining more. And I grew up an athlete and I was very competitive and I wanted to be the best on the court, best in the gymnastics arena, best in everything I did. But there came a time in my life where I realized I just actually didn't care about being better or beating anybody or winning or any of that, because I wanted to feel good, and I wanted to feel good in a way that those things didn't seem to bring anymore. And that's the one thing that I've given myself permission to do or not do is change my opinions. And if I'm feeling like I'm really dogmatic in one opinion, this is this way and this is the way it has to be, I really allow myself a little bit of loose reins around that. And I started to look at my tight control and perspectives that I had on things and realize that if I wanted to feel a certain way, feeling this sense of needing to control all the elements truly didn't fit with that. So it became more important for me and my clients. I saw, ironically as well, they were not interested merely in losing weight, although that was maybe a driver to them to come see me or seek me out. But often it was that they wanted to feel good. And they felt maybe eating a certain way or exercising is going to make me feel good. And to a certain extent, that's very true. But meditation allows you to cut through the crap where that isn't true. And that's where the beauty of meditation is. Because once I started asking myself, how do I want to feel? I realized that the external gratifications of the things I was engaging in were not actually bringing me the inner peace that I really desired. And I knew that inner peace was available to me. I knew that life was not meant to be lived by me going to a job I didn't like all day and doing things that I didn't feel were aligned with my values. I did not like this, and I did not want to justify getting a paycheck or having a week or two vacation in a year just to make money doing something that I truly felt did not actually serve me in any way. And it didn't bring out the best in me. Therefore, it was not a best use of my time. Because not liking what I was doing or feeling bad all day long, doing things that felt like drudgery or that created dis-ease within me, actually felt to me like the ultimate prison. And what I realized was that I value more than almost anything else, freedom. I value freedom. And before I accepted this or even identified this, I didn't realize that I was keeping myself in various types of prisons of my life. That's what we do. That's what we're actually taught to do because it somehow keeps us safe, we think. But I'm here to tell you, it is not that safe, and safe is not that great. So when you can realize what you value, maybe it's freedom like me, maybe it's something else, but what is it for you? Because then you can act according to that. And meditation allows you to dig in, to actually feel the feelings, ask the questions, and get the answers so that you can know what you value most and what is at the core of your behaviors. Because for me, I wanted the freedom. I wanted freedom in my life more than anything. I wanted the freedom to choose what I wanted to eat, when I wanted to eat it. I didn't want to be bound by a meal plan. I learned that early on. I wanted freedom to choose what I wanted to do for exercise. I didn't want to have to train for the marathon or want to have to lift these weights for this bodybuilding competition. I wanted to do what I felt like doing that day. Freedom became the ultimate for me. I wanted the freedom to choose where I wanted to go with my kids. I didn't want others to tell me your kids should go do this or you have to put your kids in this. I wanted to feel good and go places with my kids and do things that I wanted to do, as well as something that fueled them. Quick interruption from today's episode to share with you one of our show sponsors, Best Self Journal. I don't know about you, but I am a bit of a journal junkie. I love goal setting and planning and executing in a way that makes goal getting fun. It wasn't until I was gifted this Best Self Journal by a coach I was working with that I fell in love with it and now give it to all the fit mamas I begin working privately with. The ease of using this journal and the laying out of the priorities that are needed to move forward on tasks and epic happenings in your life is so simple and fun with this journal. Have you discovered the Best Self Journal yet? I guarantee that using this journal will move you towards feeling your best. And I just ordered the Smart Marks bookmark and the weekly planner pad, which I am so excited for, and I will share how much I am loving those in the future. Productivity, organization, and focus are keys for fitting in all the things that you want, making sure that you are achieving the things you set out for yourself. I'm sure you know how good that feels to be organized, planned, and ready to execute. Click the link below and get your own Best Self Journal today. I wanted to choose. I wanted the freedom to know that I could choose how I wanted to spend my time, what I chose to watch, what I chose to do, who I spent my time with, because I asked myself, how do I want to feel? How do I want to feel? This allowed me to actually hear the answers when I would sit in that meditation. And the minute I started listening in deeper and deeper to what the answers actually were, I realized that I was living my life moment to moment. And when I meditated, I was able to slow down enough to see that all the good things that I desired were starting to be my life, were starting to be the days, because I would imagine those moments in my meditations and I would connect deeply with the feeling of what it felt to feel the freedom of choosing what I wanted to do or what I wanted to eat or who I was going to be with. I would already feel the feelings of what those things felt like, and then they were able to show up in my life. And if you're running from one thing to the next, which we've all done and we all do, and I know I spent many years running, chasing something that's unattainable, right? That perfection, that desire to control everything. But ask yourself this, how does that make you feel? When you realize that you get to control how you feel, even when you don't get to control anything else in your life. So what is the ultimate tool for weight loss or getting the next job promo or getting that raise or starting a business or getting the capital to start a business, getting that relationship you want to be in or whatever? What is the secret formula? What is the magic, you ask? It's realizing you've already got whatever you need right now. And it's incredible that when you see all that you've got and that you have the tools to make anything possible, it's already happening. And it's incredible in its own right. And when you get excited and appreciative for every moment in each day, you will feel how you feel, as if you've gotten that award-winning CEO position, or if you were the mom of the year you so desire to be, or the teacher who is teaching the community to do things differently. That is you when you are honoring you in those little moments, when you're choosing to step into your power as you've seen it, as vivid as your daydreams in your meditations, when you are feeling at your best. Because it all starts first in your mind's eye, and remembering to daydream and not answer the question of what do you want with I don't know. It starts in your mind and your heart and your core first. And if you're not coming from that place of love, which allows you to slow down, take the time you need to meditate and breathe and ask yourself the questions of how are you feeling? What do you need? And how do you want to feel? Putting your love for yourself first. Stopping the people pleasing. Please you. And this coming from the ultimate people pleaser. It took me years. I'm still working on aspects of it, but it is tough. And loving you doesn't mean you stop loving others by any means. It means you're able to love them more because you're also loving you. So you're giving from a full cup instead of that perpetually empty, depleted cup. Already buying in and doing the things that are needed to be living this life that you want. Because if you want it so bad, you don't have to wait for it. You can feel it already, as if it's already happened. It all happens by visualizing. And when you can take that time in your meditation to calm your nervous system down, then you will notice in those many, many hours that you're not meditating in a day, you will be creating in your mind, in your heart, in your body. You will be creating that life and that body of your dreams. So ask yourself, what will it take for you to honor this and for you to give yourself the space in your schedule to meditate every day? If you want to get the results of feeling good, they don't come from pushing yourself through things that don't feel good. They actually come from just feeling good. And if you want to lose weight, then stop doing the things that take you further from your goals, namely the guilt and the shame around food. Start feeling good. Start using words and loving language that honors you, because you know what it's going to take to help you feel your best. And it's not just a weight loss or a different number on the scale. It's feeling good in every moment and remembering through meditation and visualization, what does it feel like to feel good? Listen in, listening to what your body is saying, quieting down enough to hear the messages. Stop looking outside yourself. Don't ask somebody else. Nobody knows. Even Google doesn't know. So honor you, and honor you often by taking the time to meditate on a daily basis, to listen to what the little messages your body is trying to yell at you and tell you, but you're too busy to hear. Because when you take that time to honor you, you will start to feel good. We know nobody really wants to lose weight or be on a weight loss journey. You just want to feel good. You want to feel the good feelings that comes from losing weight or whatever you think that will feel like. So start feeling good. You want to feel good, and those around you want you to feel good. You want others to look at you like you look good, and you know where your optimal weight is. Where do you feel good now? Choose to feel good now. And you will look your best because you will be glowing with all the love of someone who loves themselves. So start embodying that loving you who is available to be hanging out with you any time of any day. Who is that you? How does she look? How does she walk? How does she stand? Do that. How does she eat? What would you eat if you were her? Eat that. How would you plan your day if you honored you and you had space and time for you in it? Can that fab, feeling fit version of you say no to things that she doesn't want to do? I feel like it was always very hard for me to put my feelings first. I was told I was selfish, emotional, and sensitive by those that I loved. One of the turning points for me was going to a meditation retreat and learning to practice meditation. It was a retreat for 10 days where we took a vow of silence, which included no reading, writing, or eye contact even with any other person at the retreat center. I felt alone, but in this bliss state where the peace that I was looking for in my life was actually found within me. I realized I didn't need to rely on anyone else to fill a void, and pleasing others actually created a void within me, that I could fill myself first with this presence and gratitude and self-love. This was a lesson my husband taught me very beautifully as well. He always told me, you don't need to go do things. You don't need to feel guilty into doing these things. I used to always say, oh, I should, oh, I have to, right? Because I didn't want to make someone else feel bad. I didn't want to ruffle any feathers. But honoring me feels better than dishonoring me or honoring someone else at the negative of myself. I realized how much hurting myself was happening when I would just give in to what other people wanted. And pregnancy gave me this lesson also. It was like that first time in my life, and maybe you felt this too, when you realized you could say no to going out or going to do something. You could just say no. You didn't have to justify it. And because it had its own justification. Oh, she's pregnant. Oh, she's tired. Oh, she's this, that, the other. And so I did buy into that a little bit. I remember saying, oh, I just don't have to justify why I don't want to go there or do this or do that. But why can't I now just say no? Right? Why can't we all? Well, we can. And that's the beauty of it. We can and we will, because we are born loving and trusting of ourselves. It is actually part of our nature. And doing so feels like coming home. Society seems to want to remove this from us by teaching us that it's selfish to love ourselves or honor us and do what's in our best interest. But actually not doing so erodes this trust within us so badly, it isn't worth it. So stop doing it. I know, easier said than done. I tell myself this every day. And every time I'm talking to you on this podcast, I'm talking to myself, because this is so hard for me. I was totally that. I didn't want to hurt someone else's feelings. And I realized, though, that it was hurting me, because remember, if you aren't honoring yourself, you are aging yourself. You're letting yourself die sooner in this world, away from your children, your great-grandchildren, because you are dishonoring you. And meditation itself, yet another good reason, it's known to release incredible benefits in the inner body and the outer body. And anti-aging is the name of the game. At the cellular level, you are anti-aging when you're meditating. So don't miss a day. You know you're pressuring yourself in ways your body doesn't need the pressure. You're lowering your immunity. You're lowering your vibration because you are hurting yourself through dishonoring and through not meditating. By that very alone knowing, the meditation allows you to reconnect to you at a deeper level. Don't let a day go by that you don't. Because remember, when you die, you will not care if you worked more or made more money. No, you will fondly remember the moments you spent with your family and the non-work related memories you made. Meditating will allow you to be more present for all these moments, and treating yourself with the love you deserve, feeling good now, is allowing yourself to live life now. Live this life that you have in this one body, the one and only body. Because last I checked, you cannot just go in for replacement parts. How will you honor you and your body? Your beautiful, loving body that's done so much for you. This is why I meditate, to slow it all down, soak it all up, and be more present in every moment. My girls already feel so grown up at the little ages of 5 and 7. I mean, we went on our trip around the world, which feels like yesterday, but it was when they were 2 and 4. It's nuts. We know time feels like it's flying. And the only way to truly grasp it all and soak it up is through this slowing down process of meditation that allows your brain to train itself to be more aware of the here and now moments, to not miss a thing because of your to-do list and can't stop till every dust bunny is gone attitude. Each piece of laundry will get folded, but how will you allow yourself to feel good now? This, Fit Mama, is how you can start living the life you love in a body you love every single day. I just want to take another quick second here to announce a second show sponsor for today. This sponsor is Muse, brain sensing technology. As I am always talking about on the Fit Mama podcast and online, taking the time to quiet your mind, create space and calm is essential to living a loving Fit Mama life. This is achieved through meditation, among other things. One of the tools I've discovered to make this even more of an achievable goal in your life is Muse. Muse is a headband that you wear, and the sensors actually sense your brainwave activity. I know. And then it gives you feedback as to whether you are in the calm zone or if your brain patterns are a bit stormy. Literally, it has storm sounds, then birds when your brain is calm. It's very fun. It's like training your brain by lifting weights or dancing to a routine. This creates the neural pathways to help boost your connection to calm all day, every day, by training and knowing exactly how it feels. I don't think there's anything better. Real-time feedback for your brain training. It's worth it, and the data is out there to show it. Meditation improves lives, and it will improve yours. Start today with 15% off all your orders at Muse using the link in the show notes today. Allow yourself every day to connect with you and who you're here to be for the ones that you love, honoring the life and the body you have through meditating and slowing down, calming the nervous system, getting out of your head and into your heart is what will allow you to get more joy out of the days that you live. Because it isn't all about your to-do list. And if you're doing stuff that you hate every second of your day, then just stop. And realize that feeling good is more important than what you do. Feeling good is more important than what you do. And this actually was repeated back to me in a book I just read called Earth is Hiring. This is an incredible book by Peta Kelly. Look up that if you haven't. And check me out on Instagram if you have. I love Jen Oliver. I want to hear from you. It is so good. But she talks a lot about feelings, and I talk a lot about feelings. So we definitely connect as homies on that, as she calls them. It sounds so cute. So feeling your feelings, feeling good, even through hard times, noticing that things are harder, but things will get easier and they may get harder again. But you can choose to feel good and just allow feeling good at the very depth of your core because you're honoring you. You check in with yourself through meditation every single day, even if things don't look like you thought they would. Just know that honoring what is the beauty you will find in each day. So allow yourself to hug yourself, touch yourself all over and say, I love you to you. I do this every day. I give myself hugs and I say, I love you, Jen, multiple times a day to myself. We all need to hear it, most especially from ourselves. Trust yourself and trust your body and trust that it knows what to do and what to choose. When you give it the freedom to eat what it wants and do what it wants, make the time, take the time, demand the time. Let yourself set aside 5 minutes minimum every day to meditate. Every day. Meditation. What does it mean? What do you do? How do you actually do it? Well, it's the simplest thing ever. You actually don't do anything. You just sit and you breathe. You allow your thoughts to become quiet. It's not that you don't think anything, but you just don't attach to the thoughts. Every time you notice a thought, you just see it and get back to your breathing. If you want, replace the thought with the words thank you and get back to your breathing. Just breathe and feel the feelings of breath coming in and out of your nose. Feel your lungs inhaling and exhaling. Feel the feeling of your diaphragm expanding and contracting. Hear the sounds around you and get connected with more of your senses, getting out of your mind and the repetitive mind patterns. And when you can honor now and then, you can start to feel the feelings that you would get if you had this house of your dreams or the car of your dreams or the body of your dreams or whatever you're dreaming about. This daydream becomes reality when you feel the feelings that you would have, because you can have the feelings without even having the thing. The cells in your body will feel the thing, will feel the feelings of the thing without the thing. You don't need the thing. You don't need to wait till you manifest those into your reality. In fact, your perception is your reality. So dream up and be in the heart and headspace of your dreams. Notice that anything is possible. You already feel the feelings of what it feels like, and anything is already possible within you, as if you won that best job promo, or that child is listening to you and doing the things that you would wish for them. That feeling is available to you when you believe and feel that by visualization and calming the nervous system to feel the feelings of what it would feel like, not thinking always about what it would feel like. Studies have been shown that when they do these visualization experiments with athletes, they've seen that when an athlete does a mental training, instead of being out on the court or on the slopes, so let's say, for example, a skier, they tested skiers with electrodes on their brain and their body to see the brain patterns that were created and the muscle movement patterns that were created by them visualizing doing their sport, not even doing it, just visualizing it from a laboratory, sitting on a chair. And what they found by measuring the muscles and the brain activity is that they mimicked the exact brain patterns and muscle patterns as if the person was actually doing their sport. So the ski racer was actually skiing down that hill in his mind's eye, and his muscles were twitching in a way that was aligned with that thought pattern, that visualization, that feeling of doing or flying down that hill. So what your body is feeling in each and every moment is memories of old feelings and repetitive thoughts and patterns from every day's past, as well as worries over things you're worrying and creating in the future. But what about the feelings you can create by being present moment to moment, which is what meditation teaches you? And I share in my TEDx talk, How to Love Yourself to the Core, I share that we have over 70,000 thoughts in a day, and about 68,000 of them, or 98%, are repeats from yesterday, forming the same thoughts and the same feelings in your body, and over 80% of them are negative. Yes, negative. So instead of letting all this negativity land in the cells of your body, hence why you don't feel that great about it, instead choosing to follow through on this idea that I share, that if you say thank you for every one of those negative thoughts every single day, that's 68,000 opportunities to be grateful and living in the present, to be witnessing the beauty of what's around you right now, because what you have around you right now will bring you bliss. And if you can feel blessed and practice feeling this bliss, it is available to you by choice through meditation every single day. You have an opportunity to visit this beautiful place of bliss that is created within you and only ever is created within you, even when you think it's the external things that create it within you. Remember, you can create it within you now. And it's not about meeting someone else's expectations, but your choices based on your values and how you want to feel living each and every day of your life. So it comes down to the choices you make by the way you spend your money, the way you choose to show up for your family or your partner, for your home and your community, for your work. Ask yourself, does this reflect what I value? Does any of this matter to me? Why am I so competitive? And what do I want to compete for? What am I ready to give up? And what am I willing to give up? How can you take 5 minutes or more every day to be in this state of calm, relaxing breathing that you can call meditation, connecting you to the way that you want to feel, connecting you to the belief system that is from the heart, from the loving, honoring part of you. And you can create space in your life for that, for feeling the way you want to feel and being the change you want to be. How can you fit in the 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, maybe keep upping it, but maybe just start with 5 minutes. Be competitive with your minutes and how much you can sit with yourself, how often you can now start to honor yourself with time where you will feel good, because it will start to trickle out of those times when you're not sitting in a meditation, but in your day to day, you will start to embody that and feel good all the time. Feel grateful for the beautiful body you have right now and allowing yourself to take more time to be the love that is within you and know that you can love everything within you and around you. Love the rain, love the sun. Know that the beauty that is happening around you is how it is meant to be. So love it and create the space to love yourself. Through meditation, this is available to you. Ask yourself, what if I had the time? What if I took the time to devote breathing every day to the love that I have for myself? What if I thanked myself and those around me for who they are and not what I expect them to be? Guide myself according to my values. This will allow you to feel good every single day. So allow yourself to trust that what you want is available to you and is allowed and is not selfish, because it's actually harder to keep up the facade that you don't matter. So love yourself to the core by starting with thank you and ending with thank you and breathing every single day. That is meditation. Namaste, Fit Mama.